Yo, guys, Merry Christmas. Hope you all had a good year. I certainly did, and I had a lot of really good terrariums this year for my first year of life inside glass, and I thought we should do kind of a catch up as to where everything is at the end of the year. So let's go. Alright, my terrariums have moved around the house, but at this point they pretty much all collected themselves in this room. I'm homeschooled, so this is where I do my schoolwork and my homework, so it's a good place to have them because they kind of, help focus me and give me something to still look at while I'm working. Alright, so for this tank is decommissioned. This was Wilson's tank, my jumping spider, before he sadly passed. It's sitting here waiting. It has a new purpose. I gotta clean it out, get all the webs out, yada yada. But I do have a intended goal in mind for it. It'll probably be one of the first things I do next year. So stay tuned for that. If you want to see the video for the original build, I will try to put up cards in the top of the video for all of them. Let's see. So then we come over here. It's kind of sitting here at the moment. I need to find a better place for it. I had to change out my isopod tanks. So I had these much larger isopod tanks, but something went wrong. Isopods weren't doing well in there. So I changed them over to this. This is my powder orange isopods. Let's see how the population is doing real quick. Let's see. You can see we got several here enjoying this calcium block. And then if we move this wood, there's plenty on the underside here. A bunch more hiding up in there. You can barely see them. I think it's doing pretty well overall. Not to mention, if we study these leaves closely enough, I have seen babies on, and there's some. There they are. So the powder orange population seems to be doing quite well. Then over here, sharing this one light, is probably my two favorite terrariums I got going right now. This terrarium has a long and fabled history. Originally, it was set up as a breeder tank for these orange dairy cow isopods that I had. But then they ended up mysteriously dying off. That's when I gave it its current look with this, vining plant and all of that. And I tried to put beetles in there, mealworm beetles. They didn't do too well, so I pulled the survivors out. It sat for the longest time as just a plant terrarium. This vine exploded and got all over the place, grew all over the place. I didn't mean it literally exploded. And then now it's come full circle. I once again have dairy cows living in here. They're normal colors this time. And they're also enjoying a calcium block. There's a whole bunch back here. They seem to be doing quite well. I guess there's also springtails in here, technically, as far as life forms go. And then sitting next to it is probably my favorite terrarium I've made this year, just due to its simplicity and kind of stylish look, I think, in my opinion. That is my new jumping spider vivarium for my new jumping spider Spielberg, who is showing himself off quite nicely right now. I like the simplicity of it, right? It's a cylinder. There's nothing too complicated going on the ground. We got this one. Now we have two plants. So originally, this plant, let's see if I can get in here. This plant was not part of it. However, that plant was from Wilson's tank over there, and since Wilson's tank's being decommissioned, it needed to go somewhere, so now it's sitting here. I don't know if it's going to grow on very well, but it was not, it was either this or the compost bin for it, so this is a better chance of life for it than anything else. And then obviously this plant is doing fantastic. If anything, it's blocking some of the light. I'm going to have to trim the leaves. It's doing very well. And look who wants to be on camera. All right. This is obviously my big tank, my big setup. It's kind of the centerpiece. The 40-gallon leopard gecko vivarium. It ain't doing too well, in case you haven't noticed. Those used to be live plants. So did those. Yeah. So probably my first project next year is going to be to get better lighting for the tank. Probably just going to get another one of these lamps, but with light instead of ceramic heat emitter in there. Obviously Rockstar himself is doing just fine. The leopard gecko's name is Rockstar, by the way. But the bioactive tank is not so bioactive. I'm pretty sure most of the isopods have died out as well. I haven't seen them in a while. So yeah, reworking this tank, not remodeling the whole thing or anything, but getting new plants planted in and making it more bioactive friendly is probably going to be one of my first, if not my first project of 2026. Which brings me to the question, should I make a video about it? I wasn't planning to, I was just going to do it in spare time. But if you guys are interested enough in seeing it, I am happy to do a video. So let me know in the comments below. Oh, hold on, I think Rockstar wants to join us for our outro. Come on. Come on. Come on. If you want to come, then come on. Come here. So yeah, that will be an early project. And while it's not really a terrarium setup, I got my dubia roaches that I'm keeping to feed them down there. So, there's that. Anyway, so yes, that is kind of where my terrariums are sitting at a year later. And yes, let me know what kind of things you want to see next year. I have got plans, but I've also got plenty of space open for your ideas. So do let me know, and I will see you all in 2026.